Welcome back, friends. Thank you for tuning in to C3 for another Live at 5. I'm Al, and I don't know why my Coin 360 is glitching out, but that is not today's pricing, and that is not what it looks like today. So I keep trying to refresh this, and it keeps sending me back, but we'll go ahead and pull up what today looks like. So we'll get a quick overview, and this was the chart that we were looking at before we went live. So we can see Bitcoin is up about 5% on the day. We're pushing 44K. Ethereum's a healthy push over 3K. And down here, we can see XRP is up 23% on the day. So we've been talking a lot about XRP lately. And for you, XRP Army, you're welcome. There's a big shout out. So let's go ahead and slide over into CoinGecko, and we'll take a look at what's going on CoinGecko. This is where we like to just get a quick overview of percentages for the day, what's pumping, what's dumping, where's the money coming from, where's it going. So we go over here, we look at Bitcoin is up about 3% on the day, Ethereum 3% on the day, but I want to know where our big movers are. So let's take a look at our big movers. We can see, top of the chart, XRP. There we go. Kadeena's up 19%, SafeMoon up 16%, Polygon up 16%. I mean, the market is full of green like we saw on this screen. This is really good times. This is exciting to see. I mean, there's literally less than 20 projects in the red right now. Absolutely incredible. So, bad time. Let's get rid of that screen. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in the market. What are we seeing? What is this looking like? And what is the market mentality? So today I really want to talk about market mentality. And we need to learn how to look at the market in a different perspective. And we want to understand that the market has bullseyes and targets. And those targets are generally where the pools of liquidity are. So we always want to be aware of where the biggest pool of liquidity is. And if you want the asset to be moving upward and to be in a upward trend, you would, in theory, kind of want the pool of liquidity to be above you, not below you. And that would make you feel like the market would be motivated to move in the direction favoring you. Now, when the pool of liquidity is beneath us, as it is right now, it makes you wonder, where is the market motivated to move to? And that's what we're going to take a look at and discuss today. So right here, we have our total market cap. And on the total market cap, if you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. But this is all the cryptos in the market and all of the money that those cryptos make up. And as of right now, let's go down to the hour. That number is $1.977 trillion. As you can see, we've kind of had a resistance line of $2 trillion for a while. Back in January earlier, we were struggling. Let's move to some longer time frames. So you can see 2 trillion has acted as resistance for us for a while. Back here in September of last year, we spent a lot of time battling the 2 trillion mark. And also further back, we can see, let's clean this chart up over here, right over here. Let's just put a bar over there so we can get a better idea of where our 2 trillion mark is. So now we got a bar on 2 trillion. We can see how that's acted for us. So as far back as April of last year, we breached our $2 trillion level, which was really exciting times and very encouraging. And we had a little bit of euphoria. We bounced up to 2.25, and then we had to come back and retest some of our previous support. And you'll be hearing that a lot today, that theme of retesting support or establishing support. So we move over here and we broke above 2 trillion again, and we came back with a vengeance, and we went all the way up to 2.5 trillion. And then we had to go test our support again. So we came down and we thought that 1.8, 1.9 was going to be support like it was before, and we were wrong. It fell through and continued to capitulate. After it went through its full capitulation period from May of last year to July of last year, and a lot of us remember that time, it wasn't the most enjoyable, it then decided to rally again above $2 trillion. So let's take a look at that journey. And remember, we're not talking about one asset or another. We're talking about everything in its entirety, all assets combined as an individual stock. I mean, Apple and Microsoft and some of these large tech stocks, they're worth over $2 trillion in themselves. So we're really, as a crypto market, the equivalent to one major stock. And that's something that's to put it in reference for us to really understand how small and new we are in this space. Back to the story. You can see $2 trillion. We come up, boom. And now 2 trillion's been resistant. So we have to come back down and retest our 1.9 that has been established. This is a healthy retest and we break past it. Once we break past, we come back to retest $2 trillion throughout September. We briefly fall under it for a couple of days in September and then break past it. So we retested our 1.9 and we showed that 2 trillion was support. So that makes all of this pretty easy trading because the trend has been confirmed and you've established your support. And until you get close to it, you feel pretty good about your positions. So as you can see, we made it all the way up to $3 trillion. And I don't think it's a coincidence that these numbers plateau at 3 trillion, 2 trillion, 2.25. They seem to hit very precise set numbers. So I would imagine that our next stop would be 2.25 in a bullish scenario, and that's what I'll be looking for. But after $3 trillion, we got rejected, and we had to go find our support. And what does that look like? That looks like us making this long traverse back down to $2 trillion, which we thought we hit it in December when we had that wonderful December crash. Merry Christmas, right? We came down and we found $2 trillion and that we got stopped. It was like concrete, bounced right off of it like a basketball and back up to the 2.3, 2.4, and even had a little bit of a rally about a week or two later up to the $2.5 trillion level and back to rejection. We since then came back and retested $2 trillion right here. We shortly fell under it and tried to use it as support and failed. And so right here, this period right here is what we really want to focus on because we're going to use this example and take it into our Bitcoin charts. So right here, we wanted to use $2 trillion as support. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days above it. And then we failed to establish it as support when we retested, and we've been struggling to get above it since. So to me, we are still in a form of capitulation. And I understand the market is green. Everything looks great. And if you're trading, swing trading, scalp trading, good for you. I'm sure you're killing it. But we also want to be cautious. We want to be aware that we have a bullseye below us. The dollar has not broken out of its channel, and the market hasn't retested anything yet. We have not used anything as support. And until we show resistance as support, this is not a confirmed market or trend reversal. So we'll come over here and we'll look at Bitcoin on the day candles, and it has been a straight shot from 36K up, and we have not retested anything. And that to me is alarming. When I look at this chart, I get alarmed. What I was hoping for, if this were a more traditional or healthier market trend reversal, is right here. I would expect one of these candles to be retesting what has been resistance. So as we've been showing you guys all week and last week, this orange line on the chart has been acting as resistance for quite a while. Since the November of last year, we've had this orange line of resistance. So here, I'll move it for you guys so we can see it. This line right here, right? That line is our resistance line. We have not retested that. Right here, we need to come use our resistance and show that as support. This is what we're looking for. The same goes in opposition with the dollar. And so I've pulled this out for you guys. Let me get rid of this real quick. So the dollar on a 3-day candle printed this beautiful death diamond. And when you're looking at the dollar, these are the indicators you want to see. You want to see downward trajectory. You kind of want to see death. And a death diamond is a great start. And down here on Cypher B, these indicators are looking fantastic. We are on 3-day candles. The problem is 2 of those 3 days have already gone up. So we only have over here 22 hours left to close out our next candle. Now, I would imagine that if this is a bullish turnaround and an actual trend reversal, that we would see something along these lines. And this is what I did is I went back in the chart and I found the last time we had a death diamond, and I picked that death diamond and I took a bar pattern of it. And we've showed you guys in the past how to do bar patterns on TradingView. If you're curious, drop a comment. We'll go over it more in depth. But with that bar pattern, I lined it up with our death diamond, and you can see this is exactly what we would be looking for. And this is when you flip your support and it becomes resistance. So when we're looking at the dollar on a chart, we want to see this white line that's been acting as support since May of last year. We want to see it act as resistance. And if we can confirm that, then other assets will most likely start showing strength and strengthening, and in layman's terms means going up. So very exciting, very interesting. We're all eyes on deck right now. Everyone's paying attention to this, and we just want to see when are we going to retest it. And I could see the market going up to 46, even up to 48K, and coming and getting rejected right around our 200 EMA. Before we actually have a healthy and confirmed trend reversal. Now, this is what we're looking for. The reversal could be in, but we want to confirm it. And in order to confirm our trend reversal, we need to have a series of indicators line up to give us that confirmation. That is a weakening dollar, all of our favorite paid for tools like Market Cipher and Token Metrics. And we also want to test support and resistance. So that's a little breakdown of what we're looking for, how we see this going right now, and what we're paying attention to. But I'll give you guys a quick little play-by-play on a path of how I could see our next dip happening. So I would imagine we'll kind of go up, most likely a straight shot till about 75, and then hopefully use 42K as our support, and then we can take off. And we'll be hooting and hollering on this channel. Super excited. Let's go. Bull runs here. Now, it also could continue down. And that would not be what we're looking for. So if we don't use something as support, until we use our descending wedge trend line as support, I will refrain from being bullish. I will just be optimistic. And that is where we're standing right now and the way we're looking at this. So enough of all the boringness. Let's go into what is pumping. Look at these candles. Who doesn't want to look at that? That is exciting. XRP makes moves. And if you like XRP, I understand why. It's a fun project to watch. It's always got all sorts of news. It's kind of like a celebrity. You never really know what's going on with it, but there's all sorts of rumors. It's a fun project. And looking at this chart, especially on the day candles, it still looks bullish. And generally after projects pump for just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, I mean, for the last 5 days, XRP has literally gone up 37.45%. That's incredible. What a beautifully performing asset. I wish all of our cryptos were in this vicinity. And as you can see, this is no feat for XRP. It likes to make these big, beautiful, healthy moves upwards. I mean, it can go straight up for 27 days straight at 147, 150%. So I'm really fascinated with XRP right now. I got a lot of attention on it. I'm excited about it as a project. I'm not jumping into it right now, but I'm definitely excited. And I think that it's getting ready to make moves. I did get into a little bit back here when we were around the 50-cent range. I did enjoy the pricing. I liked the project, and I think it's something that people should entertain. And also why we chose 50 cents is, as you can see, it's always been used as support. So we like to buy support. And the best recommendation is to buy support and then sell your resistance. So XRP is my favorite alt of the day. And with that being said, I'm kind of done looking at these charts. I'm ready for some fun. Sifu, let's have some fun, my dude. Bring it on up. Let's play.
Let's do it. What's up, C3 fam? Before we have fun, we'll just check these charts just a little bit real quick, just to see the NFT side of things. So on the NFT chart today, we're sitting at 43.8 billion. It's a bit up from my last broadcast. However, today it's down 0.6%, really not much. We scroll over looking at the charts, we can see that everything is healthy. The entire market is obviously pumping today. So you pretty much almost close your eyes and pick something, and it's probably going to look good for the most part. But having said all that, we're not going to keep going into all these different NFT projects. I actually have a list of them that I have to still update everyone on, so that's all upcoming. However, what we are going to talk about is this NFT generator. It's called Rare Mints. We'll have a link, in the description, below the description, for anyone who wants to check this out. But it's also very easy, just www.raremints.club. And so what this does is, if you have built all your layers, if you're trying to create an NFT collection and you have all your layers pre-built, you basically bring them over to here. So what I'm going to do is, I did a little example today. So I'm going to go into my projects. And this was just, I was basically, you can see that it kind of started running through a variety of layers. I just built all these layers and basically uploaded them individually. It's a little bit monotonous, but then you run it, you generate it, and it's actually pretty impressive how fast it works. So let me actually just click into it and I'll kind of show you. So when you first get in here and you build your project, you don't really have much on here. As soon as you hit new project, it asks you, you're going to click into group right here, which that's what this was. And all that is you're just naming that particular project. Once you click into it, it's going to give you layers to add. And then you just add each individual layer. I added my background, uh, my booster, my body, the caps, the wings. So as you can see, I'll click into the backgrounds. It's just different color backgrounds. It's just playing on, I just threw in 8 just regular solid colors, nothing special. And then each individual layer, these were the bottom, these are the rocket boosters, the body, the caps, the wings, just kind of having fun. And what's also cool is from right here, if you click in to your image, actually, sorry, not there. That's not what I wanted. If you click into the settings, um, you can actually tinker with the different rarities and the percentage values that you want each of your layers to have as far as representing your NFT collection. Once you set those percentages in based on the color of the layer, you hit update. I'm not going to do anything because this is just examples, but then it'll set the percentage value. And right here, where all my percentages are set at 0, you can have different percentages. So that's actually how you would set the rarity value to your NFT collection. But it is really cool. So in any case, once you have all these layers loaded up, then you just literally hit generate images down here. And then it takes you to here. So just for the sake of it, we're going to generate 10. And I'm just going to hit generate. And then you can see it literally generates it right in front of you. And then at that point, you actually open up the file. You can go into your images, and if you need to, you can unzip them or uncompress them. Then you'll have all of those loaded up in the file. But just for a quick example, that's what I was doing earlier, just to see the kind of variety that you would get. It's a really easy system to use. And then you also get to choose, if you want to use ERC 721 if you want to roll with Solana. And then once you do create your project, right from here, you can upload it to OpenSea. It's pretty easy. You can upload it to anything at that point. And then I'll give you a quick example. I'm building a bunch of other layers. It's very monotonous. You have to be very organized on the layers that you're building. And I have a lot within each of these files. There's a lot within each file, different designs. Can shut off one design, bring up another, shut that off. You just kind of play with your different designs that you're going to tinker with, but you have to keep them very organized, and you have to export each one individually as a PNG. So granted, the generator works within seconds or minutes. You can pump out up to 10,000 if you want, the full NFT collection. Granted, you have that many layers to work with. However, you're still drawing each individual layer, coloring it, and then taking the time to upload each individual layer as a PNG. It has to be organized. If it's not organized, you're going to struggle. It's not going to randomize it properly when you actually bring them into here. So that's the whole key. But it actually works amazing. If any of you artists out there have any good ideas, or you're wondering how to generate something, or you haven't quite found the right generator or NFT generator, because if you look into it, there is a lot out there. There's applications on your phone, all kinds of stuff. However, after using this and trying it out, this works really good. It's completely free. It doesn't even take a hardcore computer or high specs or anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I just wanted to run that by everyone. Actually, once this project's up, I'll show you that. It's going to be a lot more designs to go into it, but it's a great generator. So I would recommend any of you NFT heads out there looking for something like this, check it out. Rare Mints Club, super easy, free to sign up. It's nothing to it. But having said that, probably gonna have to pass it on over to Al, unless he's got nothing left for you guys.
Brilliant, Sifu. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I'm excited to see the project and the rarities come through, and I appreciate you keeping us posted on that. This is good. It's good to have some fun, especially. I mean, I feel guilty. I feel guilty because I'm going to go right back into telling people why I'm not bullish, and it's really important to remember what's fun, and there is fun, and the market can bleed, and there's still money to be made. There's play to earns, there's NFTs, there's artistic. I love it. I love all the avenues. I love the passive income generators. Another thing we're going to be talking about in a minute. But yeah, I'll get right into it. Thank you, Sifu. Appreciate it, my dude. So before I jump into our secret gem, and if you just tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Welcome, C3 fan. We're excited to have you guys, and we're going to talk really quickly why I'm not bullish before we go into our golden gem and expose you guys to a new project, because that's our favorite thing to do on the channel. But really quickly, we emphasize emotions over indicators, and to summarize my rant earlier, our indicators are not confirming yet. And this is something I want to bring to your guys' attention, because we try to share our tools with you guys. This is what the 1 month candles look like. And this is the market cipher indicators. So with market cipher indicators on a 1 month candle looking this bearish to me still, this is my first reservation. This is my first sign of a false move or another dip in the near future. So I'm not trusting this pump yet. Next sign would be when I go to our other indicators of token metrics, and token metrics does not have Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the top layer ones in the indices for the month. My second favorite indicator, not bullish. So now I have two of my favorite indicators are creating bearish. And then I go back into charting and more traditional market mentality, and the bullseye for liquidity is below us. That's my third indicator that this is not a bullish scenario. and the dollar still hasn't broken its wedge. That's my fourth indicator. So I just wanted to really summarize and break down what indicators we're looking at and why they're relevant and how they explain the market trend or trajectory and why we bank on them and why those are more relevant to us than our emotions. And we're hoping to explain that to you guys and get that across. But yada, yada, yada. Market's going to turn around eventually. I just don't think it's going to be this month. So look at this chart. That is a fun chart to look at. This, from a charting perspective, is juicy. This looks all nice and coiled up. It looks new. Looks like it's been around since November, at least on KuCoin. And it looks like the VWAP is getting ready to turn upwards. We're getting ready to start giving ourselves a golden cross. This is a good looking chart. So you may ask me, Al, what on earth are we looking at? Well, that's the gem of the day. We are looking at Deeper Network. And if you haven't heard about it, today you're going to learn. This is a fun project. This is something that has caught my attention, and I did a deep dive because on this channel, we're big fans of passive income generators. And we have a sister channel, Helium Hotspot Help, where we assist people in helium mining and passively maintaining rewards through helium. And Deeper, not only do they have their own mining and passive income, they also mine for helium. So let's take a look at what that might look like. So here is Deeper Network. And Deeper Network, you can connect the mini to Deeper Network or an HNT miner. They have the decentralized VPN and cybersecurity. So you get a little bit of confused when you see there's a couple of different devices on here. What do they do? How do you use them? What is this, Al? Let me summarize it really quick. You have a actual hardware decentralized virtual private network that you can take with you anywhere. On top of that, you have the ability to allocate the bandwidth that you are not using to mine. And when you're mining with your bandwidth, you will be mining Deeper Network or DPR. And that is, let's take a look at its vitals. So Deeper Network is a great project and it's down quite a bit. And it's interesting, but I don't know if it would have my attention by itself. They caught my attention because I really love what Helium's doing. HNT, it's one of this channel's favorite projects, and we're passionate about helium and helium mining. So most things involved with helium are pretty relevant to us. And once Deeper got involved with helium, they caught our attention. So as you can see, we only have 30 days of data. This is new, and we want to be the channel that exposes you guys to this first. We have an all-time low of 4 cents about 7 months ago and an all-time high of about 33 cents. So looks like there's less than a year's worth of data. This is still a project that, we're getting into. You can see this. We have, okay, so April 2021. So brand new. What's going on with it? They have $2 million of trading volume. I'm sure you're like saying I'm all over the place. Is he going to explain what this is? There's a lot to it, and I am going to explain what it is, but we just don't have the time in today's stream. I want to expose you guys to this, get you guys excited about this, and let you know that we will be doing a full in-depth video. It's already begun, and that's going to be released on our sister channel. That is Helium Hotspot Help. So if you're interested in that, check them out, because that's where all of our passive income generators will be released and anything correlated with helium. But back to the basics, Deeper Network and the HNT miner is a new thing. So they just came out with the miner, and the miner is pretty impressive. So we actually have been mining helium for a while, and different miners have different performances. And the top performing miner has actually been the Deeper HNT miner, which is new. It's brand new in the space, and it caught our attention. It averages about 0.24 HNT a day, where the average miner is about 0.13 to 0.15 a day. And that would be a Bobcat 300 or Rack V2 or all these different miners. So Deeper miners are having a higher output, and they also have a little bit more going with them. And so because we don't have one on hand yet, our knowledge is only surface, and we're excited to share with you guys the whole journey. But from a project stance, this is something that I feel is going to make some big moves in the space, and definitely something I want you guys to pay attention to, something that I would recommend looking into on your own. We recommend everything you hear out of our mouths, do your own research. This is educational and mostly entertainment. But they have a compact design, it's low power, they have external storage, durability. You can buy them now. And that's the hardest thing. If you've tried getting into these passive income miners that are low power draws and easy to use, plug and plays, you'll realize the demand has been so high that the supply is almost non-existent. You'll wait 30 or 40 weeks. Well, they're 12 to 20 weeks, so it's still a little bit of time, but they have them in stock now and you can buy them now. Now, keep in mind, the deeper network HNT miner will not work by itself. It must have a mini to work with it. So that's kind of explained on the website. We'll be going into depth about why that is and what the reasoning behind it and what all Deeper offers. But they're an exciting project, and I have a feeling we're going to start hearing a lot about them. So I hope that was the exposure to you guys. I hope you're new to it and you check it out and you run down your own rabbit hole. This has been a lot of fun. We're excited for tomorrow. Please check out the other channel if you're interested in passive income generators and mining and helium and all of this fun. Otherwise, if you're just here for the fun crypto content, then we'll see you tomorrow at 5.
I'm so trigger happy. I was over here clicking a bunch of things and I was like, oh, I tried to unclick it too. I tried to unclick it and it didn't work.